What if I told you that when you look up at the beautiful starry night sky, you aren't looking at a thriving universe? You are looking at a massive, meticulously cleaned crime scene.
A crime scene? Hold up. You're saying the universe isn't just naturally empty, it was intentionally sterilized?
Precisely. The legendary physicist Enrico Fermi famously asked, "The universe is infinitely huge, so where the hell is everyone?" The most terrifying answer is known as the dark forest hypothesis. It suggests that any advanced civilization that carelessly exposes its location is quietly and instantly annihilated by a higher cosmic predator. The universe is completely silent because everything that makes a sound gets killed.
So we should probably keep our mouths shut and stay hidden, right?
That would be the smart thing to do. But instead, since 1977, humanity has been doing the cosmic equivalent of lighting a massive bonfire in the middle of a dark forest and screaming, "We are here." We launched the Voyager 1 and 2 space probes. We didn't just send radio signals. We attached solid gold records to them containing our home address, human biology, and Earth's coordinates. We threw our exact location into the pitch-black abyss, desperately hoping a friendly neighbor would come knocking.
That sounds like the absolute worst idea in human history. Did anything ever answer us?
For almost 50 years, we have heard absolutely nothing. Just a dead, horrifying silence. But here is where it gets chilling. In 2024, Voyager 1, currently billions of miles away in the uncharted void of interstellar space, suddenly experienced a catastrophic glitch. Out of nowhere, it stopped sending readable data and started beaming bizarre, scrambled gibberish back to Earth.
Wait, so the probe with our home address printed on it suddenly starts glitching out in deep space? Did it bump into something it wasn't supposed to see?
That is exactly what has scientists quietly panicking. Is the universe deliberately hiding from us, or was everything else in our neighborhood forcibly wiped out? Because the emptiness of space isn't just boring, it is mathematically impossible. The closest star to our solar system is Proxima Centauri. If you use the fastest human spacecraft ever built, it would still take you over 7,000 years of continuous flying just to get there.
7,000 years of just nothing.
Absolute nothing. Once you leave the edge of our solar system, you enter a void of pure, freezing blackness. In the space of an average room here on Earth, there are trillions of air molecules. But in the space between our sun and Proxima Centauri, you would be lucky to find a single hydrogen atom. It is an unnatural, heavily sterilized void, and it gets infinitely worse when you zoom out and look at the Eridanus supervoid.
What is the Eridanus supervoid?
It is a massive, dark hole in the cosmic web, stretching over 1 billion light years across. It takes light itself 1 billion years just to cross this terrifying gap. According to standard gravitational models, this area should contain at least 10,000 galaxies the size of our Milky Way, but when astronomers looked inside, they found less than 60.
Wait, where did 10,000 entire galaxies go? They can't just disappear.
Exactly. They completely violate the laws of physics. It looks exactly like a blast radius. Some theorists believe this isn't a natural phenomenon. It is the aftermath of a cosmic scale weapon. Someone or something literally vaporized 10,000 galaxies, leaving behind a billion light year desert.
Are you saying they used a weapon so powerful it erased reality itself?
It gets worse. When scientists measure the temperature of this exact void using the cosmic microwave background, they find it is inexplicably freezing cold. It's known in astrophysics as the CMB cold spot. Energy doesn't just disappear, so why is it so cold? String theorists have a terrifying explanation. They believe this void isn't a weapon blast, it is a bruise.
A bruise? Like a physical injury?
Exactly. Imagine our universe as a giant floating bubble. Billions of years ago, another parallel universe, a completely different reality, bubble violently crashed into ours. The point of impact annihilated everything in that region and left a permanent freezing scar in the fabric of space-time. We are staring at the impact crater of another dimension. And the scariest part? Our Milky Way galaxy is located right on the edge of another massive empty space called the KBC void. We aren't in the bustling downtown of the universe. We are living on the edge of a radioactive wasteland. We aren't in the bustling downtown of the universe. We're living on the edge of a radioactive wasteland.
So we are just screaming into a deserted wasteland waiting to be wiped out?
It gets deeper than that, because science has confirmed that everything we can see, the stars, the planets, you and me, only makes up 5% of the universe. The other 95% is made of dark matter and dark energy. It is an invisible ghost passing through your body right now.
If 95% of the universe is completely invisible to us, what exactly is it doing?
It is controlling us. Dark matter doesn't interact with light, so we can't see it, but it exerts a massive gravitational pull. It forms an impossibly heavy invisible web that completely surrounds and engulfs our galaxy. Remember the zoo hypothesis?
The idea that Earth is just an isolated enclosure and we are being watched?
Yes. Some fringe physicists argue that dark matter isn't just a random particle, it is the invisible infrastructure of the cage. It is a strategically placed gravitational barrier designed to keep the animal's use locked strictly inside our designated sector. We are trapped in a 3D physical world, completely surrounded by a 95% invisible quarantine zone. Dark energy is a terrifying monster hiding in every inch of space, aggressively pushing galaxies apart faster than the speed of light.
So it's tearing the universe apart?
Yes, the ultimate fate of our universe is the Big Freeze. Billions of years from now, dark energy will push everything so far apart that the light from other galaxies will never reach Earth if humans are still around. They will look up and see an entirely black sky. They will think the Milky Way is the only thing that exists, a prison of absolute freezing isolation.
That is the most depressing thing I have ever heard. Are we just waiting for the lights to go out?
Not necessarily, because what if we are looking at this entirely wrong? What if the universe isn't a physical place that's expanding? What if it's a simulation trying to save memory?
Like a video game rendering engine?
Exactly. In a video game, the engine doesn't render the whole world at once. It only renders what you are looking at to save processing power. That explains the massive voids. The universe is empty because the system hasn't loaded those assets yet. And this perfectly explains the UFO phenomenon.
How do UFOs fit into a rendering engine?
Think about the tic-tac UFOs the Pentagon admitted to. They drop 80,000 feet in a second without a sonic boom. They clip through the ocean without a splash. They aren't alien spaceships made of metal. They are rendering glitches. They are debugging cursors from the higher dimensional architects. When the simulation experiences an error like a splitting the atom and causing nuclear explosions, the system sends these cursors to check the code.
So the voids are unrendered space and UFOs are the server's antivirus software?
Or maybe it's even more biological than that. When you take the map of the cosmic web with its glowing galaxies and massive dark voids and compare it to a microscopic scan of human brain neurons, they look completely identical. The galaxies are synapses. The billion light-year voids are just the fluid gaps between cells.
Are you saying the universe is a giant brain?
We might just be microscopic bacteria living inside a single cell of an unimaginably massive hyperdimensional biological entity. We scream into the void wondering why no one answers, but why would a human brain respond to a single bacterium in its stomach?
It really changes how you see everything. We are just a tiny piece of a much larger, impossibly complex cosmic puzzle.
Exactly. The next time you have a sleepless night and look up at the dark sky, you don't need to feel afraid. And you don't need to feel completely alone. That endless, terrifying darkness might just be holding the ultimate truth of our existence, quietly watching us from a higher dimension.
If your soul has ever yearned for the stars, and if you want to briefly escape the anxiety of everyday reality, hit that subscribe button. Consider yourselves the founding members of this channel. Let's explore the beautiful, terrifying unknown together.